The hits on Blackrock's on our website was 3,000 on COVID, 3,000 hits on a monetary policy, and 600,000 hits on Bitcoin. So what that tells you is Bitcoin has caught the attention and the imagination of many people. Many people are fascinated about it. Many people are excited about it.
That was BlackRock CEO Larry Fink talking about everyone's reaction to the news that they're trying to get a Bitcoin ETF approved. As he said, they're very excited about getting into Bitcoin. His clients want Bitcoin, and the demand for Bitcoin is exceptionally high. Hello there, my name is Cody, and I'm going to go ahead and break everything down for you today. The reason why Bitcoin is up, in fact, to a new yearly high, and what's going on with Ethereum. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So Bitcoin right now went all the way up to 31,000 today, all the way up to about 31,400, previously beating the high formed in April. This is a new yearly high, ladies and gentlemen, and it is nothing short of amazing. We have a currently very overbought position in Bitcoin right now, according to RSI. It's at about 72.6 on the daily. So we've just seen an absolutely massive number of people that have been buying into Bitcoin off of the news and off of some of the excitement surrounding some traditional financial institutions trying to get into Bitcoin. And what's also interesting about this is if you take a look at Bitcoin's previous chart history, you can almost see the same kind of pattern play out for, let's say, the last 6 months or so. And that is that you've kind of had a little bit of a dump. In this case, back in November, you had a huge dump after the FTX collapse, followed by a period of consolidation, followed by another period of a huge expansion in the Bitcoin price. We saw something similar like that happen again in February, where you had another big downtrend in the Bitcoin price, followed by another pop-up, and then again in March after the huge banking crisis, again, another massive downtrend here, followed by another pop-up, and this went all the way up here to that 31,000 level, and again, we have that very same pattern play out here, where it downtrended the whole time, off of FUD, off of news that the SEC charged Coinbase and Binance, and then a huge rebound here to the upside. So now we're starting to see Bitcoin show some strength. We're starting to see some huge momentum going into Bitcoin. However, as I've said before, it is currently overbought right now. Usually when Bitcoin gets to this level of overbought, we can see here that it does tend to taper off a little bit. So I think that in the short term, we're probably going to get a little bit of a pullback, just like we had back here when it went all the way up to about 28,000. We had a little bit of sideways consolidation, and then followed by another pop up here. So it's entirely possible we wind up going sideways for a little bit and then attempt another breakout, or we have a little bit of a pullback and then continue the breakout. And I think a pullback to about 28 or 29K would probably wind up being healthy enough, followed by a further breakout above 31K. And I do believe that this breakout above 31K is just a matter of time, and this is going to be coming sooner than later, especially with all this renewed interest in Bitcoin. And now another reason why we've seen Bitcoin move so high is the total number of liquidations. Again, Bitcoin short liquidations over the last 24 hours, we're looking at over $31 million worth of liquidations happen, and it tends to drive the price much higher. But we have a lot of people who are interested right now in buying Bitcoin and getting into it. However, there's not really that much Bitcoin on the exchanges. Historically speaking, we're still seeing a new low for the number of Bitcoin on exchanges, according to the Exchange Reserve, and which currently sits at about 2.1 million Bitcoin on the exchanges. Now, in other good news, we've also had Michael Saylor come out and say specifically that he expects that the Bitcoin market dominance is going to reach 80% of the crypto market. Now, currently, Bitcoin dominance is at 51%, though it did go all the way up to almost a 52% level. It came up here just barely, and then it got pushed back down again. So, again, just as a reminder, this is a level that we haven't seen since about April of 2021. This is an absolutely parabolic move to the upside for Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin has totally taken over right now the crypto market. Now, another bit of good news is that the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of Coinbase in an arbitration dispute. This really just means that they're going to halt customer lawsuits while they pursue appeals aimed at moving the disputes out of courts and into private arbitration, which businesses often prefer over litigation. So what this means is that these customers, in this case somebody who was hacked, is not going to be able to sue Coinbase directly and have it move through the courts. Instead, they have to settle it through arbitration. So this also had kind of a big bump up for the crypto space. But in addition to that, we also have to go ahead and take a look at our Ethereum chart as well. So our Ethereum chart, what we have here is Ethereum moving up past the support level here at about 1862 and all the way up to resistance here at about 1936. Now, Ethereum is not as overbought as Bitcoin. We can see the RSI up about 59, and it still has some room left to run. I would expect that with Ethereum, you could see it come all the way up here and go through this resistance level here and potentially make a run at 2,000. Now, I think this is, again, just like with Bitcoin, this is going to happen sooner than later. The Ethereum price is up, but Ethereum dominance, like you would expect, is also coming down. Now, with Bitcoin dominance being up, that means that it's taking market share from Ethereum, and we're starting to see Ethereum dominance actually start to give way. Now, we've had this huge level of resistance here, this major resistance for Ethereum dominance above 20% or so, and every single time it's come up into this resistance level, it's been rejected, and this time seems to not really be different, but I will be continuing to monitor this and give you guys as much information as I can on Ethereum dominance. For now, it looks like Ethereum dominance is losing the war to Bitcoin dominance. But that being said, if we go ahead and take a look at the total Bitcoin and crypto fear and greed index, we're at about 73 right now. We're very close to extreme greed. And as extreme greed sets in, you do tend to see a pullback on the market as buyers get exhausted. But there's also some important takeaways from what's going on with the total crypto market cap. If we actually take a look at the total market cap, we can see that we're actually right now above almost $1.2 trillion. But if we look at altcoins have actually been up since about June 14th when they were down at about $537 billion. Now they're all the way up to here to almost $600 billion. So it hasn't all just been the Bitcoin show. We are actually starting to see some altcoins recover from this huge drop-off that they had all the way back in about mid-June or so, and we're starting to see a little bit of recovery on that front. We're also starting to see recovery on stablecoins as well and on DeFi, and so we're starting to see some more people come back into those sectors. Now, as for my current plan with Bitcoin and Ethereum, I made a buy back here at about 25.8, and I'm going to be going ahead and just holding on to it for now, for the long term. I'm not interested in adding anywhere above this level because we've already seen a huge amount of buying above this level, and buyers right now are going to get exhausted. So I am standing pat right now with my Bitcoin holdings. Same thing with Ethereum as well, because we've had this huge run up here, and the only time I'd be interested in adding to my position is when we start to see another major pullback. And what we've seen so far is that these pullbacks are almost all but guaranteed. Every single time we've seen the Bitcoin price go up, we've also seen a pretty significant or sizable pullback as well. So I'm going to be expecting that we'll have another opportunity to buy below 30K. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this content. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date information. And let me know what you guys think about Larry Fink and Blackrock, their ETF they're trying to get through the SEC to get approved, and what you guys think about Michael Saylor's prediction that Bitcoin dominance can go as high as 80%. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.